Now, how important do you think the factor is that most of the other parties we're talking about, including yours, don't really have elected officers? Only one of them, if I can remember now, actually has a state government. Others don't have anything like that, and they're coming against the big parties, if I can put it like that. Probably a lot more resources to deploy, material and otherwise. How important is this, the lack of experience in elective acquisitions, shall we say, over time? Do you think, because you know what it seems like, people already know some individuals in some parties, which might be a help, it might not, but do you think it's very much of a drawback?
Okay, several times you said big parties, small parties. I don't think we have big parties and small parties. What you have parties that are better known and parties that are not as known as the other parties. In facing the election, all parties are.
I take the correction. Thank you.
In facing the elections, all parties are equal before the electorate. We all have equal aspirations. Okay, I think that parties like mine have a better chance because we see that the electorates are determined to take Nigeria in a totally different direction, a 360-degree direction from what we have now. So you will notice that lesser known parties are upbeat. When I emerged as a candidate of my party, you will notice that it actually broke the internet. A lot of people, there was excitement. There was a lot of excitement that you have a younger candidate, you have someone in the mode of an activist, okay, and someone who has experience in multiple sectors, who's emerged right now. And we see people from the feedback we see across the country, we see that people are really energized, okay? So I think that as long as the media continues to do the good job it's doing right now, which is projecting all parties equally, I think Nigerians are in for a surprise next year.
Okay. The other question I wanted to ask is that, okay, taking all of that for granted, what do you think is radically different? Because you've said in here that, for instance, if you saw the reaction on the internet, it gives something of an indication of acceptability. And I know you're savvy enough to know that the internet, we have been told, doesn't always translate into physical, actual, usable support, always in these climes, maybe elsewhere. First of all, your comment on that notion at all.
Okay. I lost you for a second there, but you are correct. When I said the internet, maybe I should differentiate. We know that in social media that the people who are very active on Facebook actually do vote. Okay, so their actions translate into votes. We know that the Twitter community don't vote as much, but we are doing everything possible to convert that Twitter community to positive votes in the next election. Okay, but beyond social media, in terms of the response we've seen, okay, from media, from people reaching out to us, from people joining the party across the country and all of that, we believe that people are excited to have multiple options. I actually like the fact that the better known parties, okay, are there to or are going to have a very, very good fight on their hands. It's now up to the Nigerian people, okay? Nigerians have complained for a long time. It's now up to Nigerian people to do something about their complaints. But by and large, as a party, as an individual, as a candidate, I am excited. I am happy at the response I'm getting from Nigerians, and I think that 2023 is a year of surprises.
What is the main plank, the main thrust of your campaign? I know you probably have a document, but as we don't have the time for that, what would be the one thing, one or two things that you want listeners and viewers to take away from the ADC campaign?
Very simple. ADC as a party will believe that Nigeria as a country has been run for decades without a vision. We believe that Nigeria does not have a unifying vision for all Nigerians that can get all of us to wake up every day and say that we are Nigerians. That's why we keep on talking about what you mentioned earlier on about religion, Muslim tickets, or North, South, East, and West. We don't have a unifying charter that brings all our commonalities together. That's what the ADC mantra, that's what we're going to do. We're going to first and foremost have a vision that unifies all of us together. When we're unified as a people, we can all work assiduously towards a common goal. We have multifaceted problems as a country. In every sector, we are challenged as a country, okay? But when you can spell out a vision that people can run with, you can then put in the right people there to start implementing that vision, okay? We believe that Nigeria should have world-class infrastructure. We believe that that our youths and the unemployed should be employed. We should give them a platform. Anybody who is willing and able to work should be allowed or should be gainfully employed. We believe that our schools should not continue in this vicious circle where schools are shut half of the year. We believe that we should share equally in our pains and joys. One of the first bill I'm going to pass to National Assembly is a bill called the National Patriot Act, Nigerian Patriot Act, which says that if you are in public service, you won't have a borehole in your house, a generator in your house. You won't use flights within the country unless it's an emergency, so that you can see what the masses are going through and be part of it. Your children won't use private schools; they will use public schools. You use public health infrastructure, okay? And also, our party would believe that women, people with disabilities, the weak, the elderly, the poor should be protected by society. We don't believe that we should have a society where it's every man to himself and God for us all. We believe that our major exports should not be Yahoo or the sales of human parts, or that our imports should not be terrorism. We believe that our borders should be secure, our roads secure. We believe that we should do everything to protect our farmlands. We believe that all men are equal before the law. We believe that our nation should be a nation that works for everyone. We believe that if you can walk one step on your own, that if your government is working, you should be able to walk more than 100 steps. That's the vision and that's the DNA of the ADC.